Hi everyone, welcome back to Plum Mashable. So to celebrate St. Patrick's Day, I'm going to do a green theme in my planner this week. So let's go ahead and get to it. Alright, so I had two thinkings when it came to this week. The first is I wanted to do a colour. And then I realised it was St. Patrick's Day. And I'm like, okay, well that's green. That was easy. So that's the first thing was I want to do a colour, and the second one was, well, it's St. Patrick's Day, so let's just do it green. So that's what we're going to do. First thing I'm going to do is start off by taking off my two stickers here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to foil these because I'm going to add a little bit of gold to my page this week. So I'm just grabbing an empty sticker carrier sheet and just taking off these stickers. And while we're working away, I'll foil those so that way we bring them back at the end and they'll be all ready to go. Alright, this is going to be reasonably simple. It's not going to be a complicated week. First thing I'm going to do is just white out all my days and all my months, because we're going to do a bit of splatter and then a bit of stamping on the back. Now, as much as I tried last week to keep my page clean, I think I was too concentrating on keeping the Sweetheart collection clean that I, let the other side of the page get a bit messy, but that's okay. So I'm just whiting all these things out. There we go. And then, whoops, I missed a spot. How did I do that? And then I'm going to go ahead and splatter the background. So, for obvious reasons, I'm going to use Lucky Clover from Distress Oxide. It's the right colour green. I may add in a little bit of Rustic Wilderness in a second, but I think we'll start with the Lucky Clover. And I'm just splattering all over the page. I'm going to add in some extra kind of additions to this background afterwards. Thought that was a dog hair, but it's not. But I want to start off with the green splatter as a bit of a background. Okay, I'm going to leave it at that. There's a couple of spots that look a little bit sparse, and that's okay because I'm actually going to use that to my advantage. So I'm really quickly going to let that dry. While I'm letting that dry, I'm going to run the stuff through my laminator, that way I can cut to it, and we'll be back to do a bit of stamping. Alright, so that's all dry. Before we go sticking any stickers down, I want to do just a little bit of stamping. So this is the Lawn Fawn Holiday Party Animal Set. I just love the little bits in here. Just love them. And there's this really cute little 4-leaf clover. And so what I thought I'd do is just using a little bit of Oxide, the stuff that's still there basically. I'm just going to stamp a couple of these around the page, just using Memento ink. Any ink is okay, actually. Just before I do it, I just want to try two things. So I've got a little bit of scrap cardstock over here. So that's using Memento. And I'm just grabbing, this is Lawn Fawn River Rock. And then I'm just trying a couple. I just want to make sure I get the right look. This is Jellyfish. And then this is just Lucky Clover itself. So I'm trying to see which one I like better. So then I'm just grabbing that paintbrush and just colouring in very crudely. This isn't supposed to look fancy or look perfect. I want it to look imperfect, that's the point. I just feel like I need some other... No, actually, it's funny how it works out. I'm actually going to do it in the Oxide. I wasn't going to. I was going to use black because I wanted to add some black in. The other thing you could do is you could heat emboss this with gold, which would also look pretty awesome. But I'm not going to do that either. So I'm just going to grab just some of that Distress Oxide and just chucking in just some random splatterings of the Clover. I'm deliberately spinning it around as well so that it sort of sits at different angles, and I don't want them to be perfectly like one in each box. I'm quite happy for it to spin around a little bit. I'm going to put some washi tape on the bottom and the top as well, so it'll all get covered, or some of it will get covered, but that's not the point, but a point. So anywhere that sort of I feel like there's not enough dots, that's where I'm coming in with a little Clover. 8, that's fine. 7 and 8 is fine. And then I'm just going to colour it in, like I said, just very roughly, nothing perfect about it, but just colouring it in just a little bit, just to give it a bit of solidness. Is that the right word? I don't even know. And I like the way, this is the benefit of the Oxide, that it kind of, as the water goes over the top of that stamping, it does pull back just a little bit, and I like that. I like that look. This is why I stamp things out and try things before I commit to paper, because otherwise you would never have known that. And then before I put all of my splattery stuff away, I'm just going to come in with just a little bit of gold watercolour paint. I just want to use the same size brush, so I'm just cleaning up my green up here. I may come in and do a couple more Clovers later, but just for now, I think that's fine. I'm just cleaning that off a little bit. I don't have a cup of water on my desk at the moment, unfortunately, so we're just going with just cleaning it that way. And then we'll come in with my Starry colours. Now I've already picked out a gold washi tape to join up with this. I think it's the yellow gold. I think that's the colour I want. But again, this is where that little swatch sheet comes in, and I can just make sure that's the colour that I want before I do it. This is just going to be a new little thing of mine. I'm going to start being a bit more organised with my colours and stuff. I have so many of these little strips of cardboard. I found them when I was cleaning out my my paper stash. So I'm going to start using them in this way to kind of swatch stuff out and make sure that my choices are right. Yeah, no, I think I'm happy with the yellow gold. Okay, so we'll soupy up the yellow gold. I don't want to go too over the top with this. It just needs a little bit, because we are doing gold washi and we are doing a little bit of gold foiling with the days of the week and stuff, so we don't need to go too over the top. Sometimes I find gold really hard to see. You know, that's fine. Especially when they're just little splatters like that. So I just like to pick it up and move it around in the light. Just a little. There we go. Okay. So that's all of that done. I'm going to leave that there to dry for a couple of minutes, just while I go and grab my my box stash, and just look for all my green stuff. I'm going to do that off camera, so I'll be back in just a second. But when I come back, we'll start putting some washi tape down. So I've grabbed a bunch of different coloured green boxes out of my stash. We'll see how many of them I use. I don't know yet. I also have my foiled stickers in here. So while I was going, I also foiled some green date cover ones from Barney and Moon. These ones are from the, I think it's the Christmas or the candy cane, I think that's what it's called. So we'll put those down in a second as well. And then of course we've got our Luscious Labels ones at the top. So just to add a little bit of green for the washi, I've got 2 tapes out. I want to use a little strip of gold, and then I want to use this cute one. This is from Aldi. It's been in my stash forever. Absolutely forever. But I love the sort of pale green with all the other spots. I just think it just looks stunning. So I'm going to put that at the top and the bottom, and then I'm going to fill in the gap, because this is only skinny washi. So I'm just leaving a little bit at the top. And I'm going to fill this gap in with this gorgeous gold. I think this one is from, I have no idea who it's from. It's a mirrored washi. It's just going to give me this little pop that I want. And what I'm trying to decide is I'm going to cut it in half. I'll just cut it in half and see if that works. So I'm scrubbing my paper trimmer, taking out the protective bit. Be careful. This is my warning, be careful. And I'm just sticking that to the edge. I'm trying to keep it straight. If it's not 100% straight, it will be fine. But I'm just trying. And then you cut. Now I want this bit. I want to have a look at it first and see if it's straight enough. Because you guys know I'm a bit of a snob when it comes to my lines being straight. I think that's okay. Yes, that's fine. But this bit here is too wide to do the next one, so I'm just gonna stick it down again and just trim it. It's gonna trim off the smallest little bit. I don't actually know if it's worth it, but we're gonna give it a shot. I have so much of this washi, if I have to cut 4 different strips, that's what I'm going to do. So we'll just try. So I'm going to go ahead and do all of this, because you guys don't need to see me struggling with the washi tape. And I will be back in just a sec. Oh, I love that. In seeing the bottom, I wish I had gone a little bit thinner at the top, but it's done now. Okay, we're going to put the dates covers down. That's the easy part. And we'll come back and do the next little bit with the boxes. Okay, so that's all of those on, and then I just need to put in a couple of stickers. I'm just trying to work out, I think I've picked the wrong colours green. I think I've gone to, that one works. So this one's from the GP Studio. It's actually a Christmas kit, but it works. So that's going to go over here and be my Happy Mail list. And I kept the green header from the other one. And I'm just going to put on this Happy Mail one. This is from Monique Plans. I don't think she's open again yet, but I love her little scripty words. And yeah, I think I've gone the wrong colours green. It's alright. That one works. This is my huge pile of boxes, and I just try and find greens that work. So I don't think any of those greens work. That's got bathers on it, so that's out. I don't think I need many boxes. I just need a couple. In fact, you know, I don't need all that many. I can just write stuff in. What? I don't think I need to put too much in, if I'm being fair. So I'll use one of these ones for my... I think I'm back to work on Monday. I need to check with my boss. But I think I'm back to work on Monday. So put that there. Other than that, there's not really a lot going on. It's not a busy week. I will chuck in a box just over here just to write stuff in. And then I just need to put in just my little icons and stuff. So no daycare on Monday because it's a public holiday. And no daycare on Thursday because we don't go to daycare on Thursday. But all the other days get one. And then of course swimming on Thursday. But other than that, I don't think there's much on. I think that's actually, I'm happy with that. Just, there's something about just the couple of boxes that just sort of finished it off. I love that. It just, I'm just looking at it, making sure there's not, I don't need another Clover. And I don't think I do. I need one. Which is just annoying because it's a bit of setup for one. And and maybe two. I just need one here in the middle. I'm just going to put one sort of off the side, and off the side, and off the side. Very, very, very small, those ones. I'm just going to grab my cloth up quickly before I get that ink everywhere. So I'm just going to really quickly colour these ones in and then we'll be done. Alright, I'm really happy with that. I didn't think that green could quite work this well, especially not green that hadn't all gone together. There are some gorgeous like Lucky or St. Patrick's Day themed kind of kits around, but I think this has come together really well. I really love those little Lucky Clovers, and thankfully I don't need to put... That's what happens this week. I knew there was something about this week that I'd forgotten. Footy starts on Wednesday. I did know that. I didn't forget. I just, it's been a busy week. I'm just going to put in another box there and we'll write footy starts in there as well. Just so I know. I do know. Trust me, I know. But it means that this week's going to be a bit mad at work, but that's all good. So yes, footy starts. Yay. I may write those in later. I don't need to do it now. I'm quite happy to just leave it the way it is. It's not like the old days where I used to write in all of the different games where, because I sort of needed to remember. The way that it works at the moment is I'm so 100% in it all the time. I don't forget when they're on, but I always know that there's footy on Wednesday night, Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday, Sunday. And there's not just AFL, there's Waffle, Sandful, VFL Women's, NAB League Girls. There's so much happening, so I don't need to write them in anymore. Otherwise my whole week would just be footy games, which we don't want to do. Anyway, thank you for sticking with me during that little side note. I hope you guys did enjoy this one. If you did, please give it a big old thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. If you'd like to see another kind of themed colour week, I'm quite happy to do them. Don't have to... Green just worked again because it was St. Paddy's Day, but any kind of colour would be good. And I've now reorganised all my washi tape. So I have all of my green washies together. So it does help when you're doing things like this. So if you want to see something like that, please let me know. You can leave it below or find me on any of my socials. I hope you guys have an absolutely awesome week, and I will catch you again in my next video. Sending lots of huggles. Bye!